Clive!
I wasn't but it seems, and that...
A star, Ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway...
Same as always. Back when the place was probably... Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when...
His death was hard on everyone.
But he did, I reckon, and don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That and...
I suppose I do.
There's talk that the Glass Gate flood has finally stopped.
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and Oil of Talc?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. The man owes my contribution.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. And for Otto's. For all...
Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son.
Otto had us.
Long ago. Yes. And blamed himself. I don't know how...
I didn't.
How could you? Besides Sid, and if...
Goat will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Is that the thing Toes helped with?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Goat. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, but she was just... She threw it right back...
Karen
I hope it wasn't...
I'm sure you were Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you. I'm mate, but those...
Of course. Sure.
Oh, fine. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stone. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month.
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used.
And you said...
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame. How long?
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, he bought passage to set up quit my post not long after that. But me and... That was... My family were the ones who summoned them. And luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. Him, who cried, him, who swore he'd do everything he could. And he was true to his words. Threw away it. I knew then I'd fought. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shove people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. But I didn't say how we're wrong with him. I said something weren't. He used to love cracking the button, you know.
No. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it he said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something...
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
I'm never drinking.
Lawsman,
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite. Which is... She says he's hardly been touching his butt.
I rather... It may well be that the Bones Lady Karen is accustomed to frost wolves as to... And little one, the last...
Even so...
Good hunting club.
Naught but wild beasts this end.
Good girl. Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now, will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk. So, Molly's leftovers weren't good. That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right. Now we know what...
Speaking of...
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever...
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Ah. But that reminds... Do you recall
about how she somehow woke the power within him?
Precisely that. And while the power...
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than consider. That in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken...
Oh, I'm never drinking again, no matter whose funeral it is.
Crack the crystal too.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case. Blackthorn.
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to... And you might still be doubting your craft. Even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give...
So that's...
No.
We could...
That's...
I'll see sharper swords or we can't have a...
Fuck.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen... You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and though which make me think, Lord, and it
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning. People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The Sindri's fang is gone.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's...
Radim! Get rid of...
Very good. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat. He has been... you know...
Then I'll retreat.
You have but to...
Want to...
That
will be very kind of you.
Farewell.
Come on.
All right. Straight home now.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing's...
I hear I have you to... What shall I call?
Wyvern.
A formidable... Well, red... carrot, and each there's a brutal sort of beauty to it.
But how do they...
Why, they use a whetstone, but it is a mineral. And why take the very... and a...
Thank you.
Pardon the...
I am locked in... Too many to count, but only one do I consider, and is a parrot. Farewell, Wyvern, mate. Radim, we must...
I think his lord... Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone.